What is up, everybody? As always, I hope you're having a marvelous day. Welcome to a live episode of the Marvel Card News. And I wanted to go live tonight to talk about the Marvel Card News for a couple of different reasons. Mainly to give you guys a chance to ask any questions that you might have that I might or might not be able to answer. And also just to kind of talk about this week in Marvel cards and kind of what we've learned. And there hasn't been a ton of other news, so I thought it would be just a good chance to do a live and hang out rather than try to create an edited video for the news. So we'll give it a few minutes to let some folks jump on and say hi, and we'll start going through the news. So, as you all know, the biggest news last week was primarily the what appeared to be the confirmation of Spider-Man metal. We actually didn't get that officially confirmed until this week, so that still is probably some of the more the bigger news in Marvel cards. What's up, our friend Dre? How's it going, Dre? If you got any news, let me know. But anyhow, Spider-Man metal. Whoa, the chat just blew up. We got Asher here. We've got Samuel. How's it going? Terry, how are you? What's up, Brett? That's Kat. How's my friend? What's up, Just Collectible? How's it going? GTM Tony, what's up? So, just to recap last week, we discovered that it appeared that the August 24th date for Spider-Man Metal was correct. And we believed it was correct because we saw that distributors actually moved back their dates. Well, I can tell you this week, the distributors actually have come out and said it is confirmed on their end. I called and spoke with Dave and Adams, and they were great to speak with this week. Normally they're a little more tight-lipped, but this week they were like, yep, it's in our notes, it's on our sheet. Here we are. It is confirmed for the 24th. And I want to talk about the delivery of Spider-Man metal because of the way these cards are going to be delivered. So if you've actually never ordered or pre-ordered Marvel cards before and seen them be released at a specific date, I'm going to talk about what that means in terms of how they're delivered. I see that we got a few more people jumping in here. We got West Coast Dave Avengers. How's it going, Dave? We got Joshua. Hey, Joshua, I'm going to send you a link, and you're welcome to jump on if you want to chat. Let's see here. Let me get this to you real quick. And maybe you're not in a place to do that, but if you are, let's feel free to jump on. But so here's the thing. When you order from a company like Dave and Adams, and not everyone's getting their Spider-Man metal from Dave and Adams, but they're the example I'm going to use. You'll see that the pre-order date says the 24th, but they're actually going to get that product on the 23rd. That is the typical thing that happens with Upper Deck. There's been a few times where that didn't happen in the past, like with Black Diamond, because that product actually came out of Canada, from what I understand. But a company like Dave and Adams is going to receive Spider-Man metal on the 23rd, which is a Tuesday. Now, when you pre-order product like Spider-Man metal, you have the option to just you have different delivery options in terms of shipment. Okay. Well, one of those is to get priority like shipping, meaning they work on your package first before they work on somebody else's, and you can get it overnighted. So some people actually receive their product on the 24th, which is Wednesday. So it's not that it's just going to be mailed out on Wednesday. Like some people actually will receive it on Wednesday. And then just about everybody else will receive it on Thursday or Friday, depending on where you live. Meaning if you live closer and you're within 1 day postal delivery, then you'll receive it on Thursday. And some people are going to live within 2 days of postal delivery. So by Friday, most pre-orders should be delivered, but you're going to have people getting it on the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. Let me double check my calendar, just make sure I've got that correct. Yeah, the 24th, the 25th, and 26th. So Wednesday, the 24th, Thursday, the 25th, and the 26th. I can tell you that I have 10 boxes currently that are set to come on Wednesday. So my plan is to open up product Wednesday night of Spider-Man metal. So I'm really excited about that. And then of course the rest of what I have ordered will come later that week. So let's see here. Oh, never miss a Spidey show. That's awesome, Samuel. Asher says, I've been in a sketch card binge. Just something about them you love. Well, they're wonderful. I mean, they're hard not to love. Hey, Jess, how's it going? Let's see who else. So Asher says, can you tell me, and you're getting old from being home Saturday night? I'm a huge homebody. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I've never been a partier. Like I stopped partying at around 15 years of age. I'd party quite a bit up until that point. So I don't go out and party much. So Jess says, just bought a box on David Adams because my X-Men metal from StockX was resealed with the basketball packs. Okay, so everybody, Just actually sent this to me on Instagram, but he purchased a box of X-Men Metal Universe, which was released in 2021. Those boxes are selling. They were selling upwards to like 800 a box. They dropped down to 700. David Adams actually put them on sale today for like, I don't know, 673 or something like that. But Just bought a box from StockX, and he when he got the box home, he realized as he kind of like pushed down the perforated area of the box, he could see panini packs, basketball panini packs. So someone resealed a box of X-Men metal. So you got to be real careful when you're buying sealed product. So just to know that people are out there reselling them and trying to sell them. So hopefully, just I hope I took care of you, man. I really do. Terry Floyd, I got a copy of my Jim Lee X-Men card books. Looks pretty cool and actually affordable. Yeah, it's very affordable. I think it's like 20 something bucks, and that's it. It's not a huge book, but it's a fun book. And you do get 4 cards, trading cards that don't exist otherwise. I actually think it's a great value personally. I purchased one to open up and get the cards out to grade. And then I purchased another to keep the cards sealed with the box, because I'm like that. Hand 4 letters. I've waited so long. I'm good with Friday. I'm with you. I hear you. just wait till they come in on Friday. How many boxes did you order? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to share, that's totally fine too. Sketches are life. Dre, sketches are definitely your life. And you bring a lot of joy to people with your sketch cards. Yeah, Joshua, let me know, man. If the boss lets you jump on, that's great, but don't get in trouble on for my sake. So anyhow, getting back to the delivery, something else happened that was interesting this week as it relates to delivery dates. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up on my phone here. So I have a buddy of mine that lives in Australia, and he has ordered. Here, I'll show you. He made this public on Instagram, but he had ordered a Flair Ultra Avengers and and Marvel Beginnings. Okay, so he ordered these, and then the place that he ordered them sends this. Your delivery from Gameology is on its way, and he doesn't know. Was that an alert for his Marvel Beginnings or his Flair Ultra Avengers? So why am I bringing that up? Well, it was interesting that he posted it, but I went back and listened to Ian Taylor's podcast that they did about Flair Ultra Avengers with Grant Sandground, the head product developer from Upper Deck. And in that it's a really long podcast, very much worth the listen if you can get a chance to listen to it, because they talk about how the product's made up and what to expect from Flair Ultra Avengers and those kind of things. But in that, he says he believes that the release of that product would be late summer. Well, he also said on the same podcast that Spider-Man Metal would be released midsummer. And to me, midsummer feels like a month ago. Late summer feels like a couple of weeks into September, probably something like that. So I'm wondering now if we won't be getting Flair Ultra Avengers earlier than the November 30th date, which is currently the release date from US distributors, if that release won't move back into September. So we might actually see Spider-Man Metal and Flair Ultra Avengers within 30 days of each other from a release standpoint. And that's going to be a lot of fun because it's 2 very different products. Spider-Man Metal is a comic image based products where they take images from the comic books and place them on the trading card in their various styles of inserts and so forth. Where Flair Ultra Avengers is what you call an original art set, where they actually go out and hire artists to create the art for the set specifically for the types of cards that they're being created for. And there are some collectors who will only chase original art. I'll give you this set is original art. So this is Marvel Masterpieces. Marvel Masterpieces is original art, and there are collectors that are very serious about that set. So Flair Ultra Avengers is an original art set. So we may have two, and then the other thing that's different. So let me talk about that. There's lots of differences, but I'm just thinking about structurally. Spider-Man metal is going to sit on about a 35 point stock for most of the cards. There'll be some inserts that have varying sizes on them, such as the skyscrapers. And then Flair Ultra Avengers is going to sit on what's probably around a 100 point stock. And so it's considered a more premium product from a card stock standpoint. And with that being said, it's going to be two very different types of product that we might be able to open, within a few minutes of one another. So I'm really, really excited about that. But Swami has both pre-ordered. Yeah, very good. I'm glad you've got that pre-ordered. I will say what's interesting is you look at the, really high price of Spider-Man metal and the closeness that we are with the release date. And if we're only another, now this is a hypothesis here. If we're only another 30 days away from a Flair Ultra Avengers release, that price is a lot lower. I think that price is still sitting at like 300 something bucks. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. And let's see here. We'll go to Dave and Adams and pull Flair Ultra Avengers up. All right. Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. I'm a multitasker. $349 is the current price for Flair Ultra Avengers. I'll share my screen here. And if you haven't listened to the podcast of Grant Sandground talking about Flair Ultra Avengers, they have collated that box in such a way that there's literally a hit in like a major hit in every box. It's really pretty insane what they've done there. I think people are going to be really excited to open Flair Ultra Avengers. I have some concerns about the product. My concerns is it does feel like a bigger print run. And there is a lot of inserts, so they're able to kind of spread out the print run, it feels like to me. The E-Pack release of Flair Ultra Avengers, the base cards in total will all be digital, if I heard Grant Soundground correct on the podcast. So if you want base cards, you gotta make sure you grab them, when you can. You will not be getting the base cards on E-Pack when it releases. And that makes me realize that Flair Ultra Avengers feels like it has a lot of life for E-Pack. Like it was like kind of made for E-Pack because you're going to get all these digital cards. And so, but either way, for $349, if you're comparing that to Spider-Man metal, and this is technically from an Upper Deck standpoint, a more premium product, this still is a pretty good buy. Swami, are you available where you want to jump on and chat? Especially if you've listened to the podcast, I'd love to get your thoughts on Flair Ultra Avengers. That would be cool. I'm going to text you if you are, and if not, that is totally okay. But you now have the link. Okay, let's see here. So, hand 4 letters. I got 2 on the way, God willing, and I'll get a nice insert. Yeah, man, I really hope you do. Each box should have a number card and an insert in it, so you should do pretty well. Well, I wasn't trying to flex, but this is a good opportunity to talk about this weekend. So there will not be a Saturday morning Marvel cards on tomorrow morning. I'm going to be moving my daughter to her new dorm room, which is about 4 hours away, 3-4 hours away. But Sunday, we're going to open up this box with my buddy, Michael Salter, who's on Instagram at Cool Cards. And he's starting up a YouTube channel. This is actually his box. and we're going to open it up live on his channel, and we'll be live on the Spidey Hits channel too. Excuse me. I think we're going to be live on my channel. I think we're going to record it for his channel. I'm not quite sure how we're going to completely set that up, but it's going to be a fun rip. We're going to get through the whole thing. He actually has 2 boxes. So he's the one that's really flexing. Swami. Thanks, Samuel. Ordered a couple boxes for my birthday. Yeah, what a great birthday present. My birthday's in September too. So any news on retail? Okay, Christopher, thank you for bringing up this question. So I do not have any news on retail. I would imagine that retail is getting the product this week, and it's being distributed around the country. And I say that because I do know of one place where it's being delivered, not retail oriented, but so to me that they're probably getting it in their warehouses, and then they're going to do what they've got to do to get it to the stores. And, I think we're going to see it in the stores the same week that we receive it. I haven't had that confirmed. This is just me purely speculating. I can tell you that I'm beginning my trips to Target and Walmart now just to be checking. So I'd encourage you all to do the same to make sure that you can find that product in retail. I actually been working out, man. I am getting ready for Spider-Man Metal. I've been working out. I'm excited. Do we know how many Spider-Man Metal boxes are being made and shipped? Well, we don't know. They'll never tell us. I doubt we'll ever actually know. But people who would likely have an idea of it have told me that, well, let me back up. The math indicates it's going to be 50,200 boxes if the number cards per box indicates how many boxes are made. Okay. Not counting the retail blaster boxes. They will not have number cards in them. They'll have inserts, but not number cards. So just talking about the hobby boxes. The hobby boxes will be both physical and e-pack release. And I know they can be confusing, but that's just the way it is. The physical boxes that don't go on Upper Deck's e-pack's website, I'm being told only 25% of that is going to be made into physical hobby boxes. So if there's 50,200 total boxes, let me do the quick math here. I've done this before. I just don't have it memorized. 25% of that means, that would mean only 12,550 hobby boxes are going to be made, which is just not a lot. Not a lot at all. Swami, the Upper Deck guy on the MCC podcast is really good at his job, does a great job of breaking down these sets. He does a great job for a couple of reasons. Number one, he understands the sets intimately. He helped create them, obviously, but he also has a deep knowledge of comics and the characters and the artist and the writer. So he does a really good job bringing all that together on the podcast. Very much worth a listen. Really want to get Grant Sandground on the channel. I have made the request, and I haven't gotten great responses. So right now the podcast is the only place we really get to see and hear. Well, we don't get to see them. The only place we get to hear from them. Marvel Marshall, what's up, man? Yeah, Marvel Cars, baby. Tape, how's it going? Just hanging out with a little Marvel Car News live, answering questions. The 96 break is about to be absolutely insane. Yeah, it really is going to be insane. It's going to be 18 boxes that we get ripped up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got Joshua in the background. Joshua, give me a thumbs up when you are ready to go, my friend. Marvelous Packs. Sure, you are flexing. There's nothing wrong with flexing. It's a Marvel card grail. Okay, yeah, all right. I like showing off cards for sure. Oh, thanks, Samuel. I appreciate that. I'm sure they will be arriving at stores Friday is a good day to check Walmart and Target. I will tell you, Friday is the day that I have on my mind to check it out. You good, bud? You ready?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, wait. I'm the one that's not ready. I forget.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Yeah.
When it's just me, I don't need these. So good to have you back on the channel. For those, I think everybody knows, but let's just make sure. This is Joshua Legg, the one and only the Marvel Madness MCU. And MCU is Marvel Card Universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but man, thank you for jumping on.
Yeah, man.
You think about everything that's going on right now.
Oh, are you talking about the whole like sports thing and all that?
I don't know anything about that. I'm talking about Marvel cards. I'm talking about product coming out.
Oh yeah.
Being excited about that.
No, Spidey Metal all the way, like 24th, right? So
Yeah. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, roll the clock back by about a little over a year ago. Joshua on his channel does this unbelievable job putting together a PowerPoint presentation to show off the new set.
you're kind.
Well, I was blown away by it. It taught me a lot going into the set, and it's so funny how little I knew going into X-Men Metal. Like, I mean, I know I don't know a lot now, but I still couldn't wrap my mind around it. And I think I was probably 5 or 6 boxes deep before I started realizing what was really happening. Did you have a similar experience?
Well, yeah, like I was like, didn't know what I was getting into really.
Mm-hmm.
Just like yourself. I mean, after our video, I think you bought like another 8 boxes after that.
Yeah, I was excited.
Like I got us more stoked about it with this whole PowerPoint. And I thought it was it was a good refresher.
No, it was great. And while we're talking about that, so Marvel Marshall asked, has the checklist been released yet? And the answer is no to that. So I have called multiple places this week, reached out to multiple people, and the checklist is still hidden to them. And these are people who would have it before us. Okay, not Upper Deck, because Upper Deck, I did ask Upper Deck, but the answer is no from them. It's funny, even from a customer service standpoint, Upper Deck says that they, as employees, find out when we do because upper management actually sends it to Cardboard Connection, and that's how they find out. So it's really held that tight. Okay. And so
I was going to interject. Angelica, I remember her.
Mm-hmm.
So she sent me, and I think I even linked you to the link as well, but she sent me the actual Excel spreadsheet of the actual cards of the set, and it showed how thick the cards each card was, and everything. And she had it like the day before X-Men Metal came out.
So it was that close to the release.
Yeah.
And I think you had a really good relationship with her. She probably would have given it to you sooner had she had access to it.
Oh, yeah.
Is what I'm getting at. You see what I'm saying? And she's very much an employee of the company at the time. She's not any longer, but at the time. And so gaining access to that checklist early is tough. I do have one little birdie out, and Joshua, you'll appreciate this. Swami, give me a thumbs up if you are when you're ready to go, bud. I'll get you on. But my little birdie I have out is to find out if Wolverine's on the checklist. I think that's would be a huge deal. There he is, the one and only.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Swami?
A Chicago Bears shirt?
What's that?
Chicago Bears shirt? I didn't know that. You're in Denver. What are you doing?
Well, I grew up in Illinois.
Okay.
Once a bear, always a bear.
That makes sense. Did you know that I lived in Illinois for almost a year?
Oh, yeah?
Elgin, Illinois. Sure did.
Yeah, the Bears, they don't give you as many reasons to be a Bears fan, but that's part of being a Bears fan.
And a Cubs fan. Well,
yeah,
that's
at least
awesome.
we got the Blackhawks.
Look, I remember the first time I ever saw a river completely frozen. I was like, oh, wow. Because, I'm in Louisiana, rivers don't freeze over here.
So I kind of missed what you guys were talking about, just popping in.
Yeah. So coming into the conversation, we were talking about the checklist, which we don't have yet. And I reached out to multiple places that will get the checklist prior to the public receiving it, and they don't have it yet. And talking to customer service at Upper Deck, they basically said that, the higher up people have it, upper management, I think is the term that they used. And that as employees, they actually find out through Cardboard Connection. That Cardboard Connection gets it before even the employees. It's disseminated to the employees to prevent checklists being leaked out early.
I mean, like for Avengers, he went through the whole chess piece, the whole chessboard, every character.
Yeah.
And that guy is awesome. That guy
Grant
talks
is
a million
amazing.
miles a minute, which I appreciate. Usually I listen to that podcast at like 1.25 or 1.5.
Not when Grant's
I
on.
got to scale it all the way back.
You got to slow it down with Grant.
But yeah, no, he ran through all the characters for the chess piece set. It's one of those fun inserts, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think that's why people are paying, $300 to pre-order it. They're probably not chasing those cards, but I think it'll all work out really well.
Yeah, well, let's talk about those checkmate pieces. They're gonna be numbered, and they're gonna have autograph versions of them, and they're gonna be tiered, meaning the pawn, and they're gonna take the shape of actual chess pieces. The pawns are going to be easier to hit, and I actually got a question for you guys about that because he went through the characters on it. And as the importance of the piece grows, the more rare the card is. So the king is the rarest, and there's going to be, in the way a chessboard would have black and white. The white is the heroes, the black is the villains. And Swami, do you remember? Do you want to say who the king is?
700 something packs for the king.
Insane. The king for the villains is Thanos. So that's the number one Avenger villain for the set, kind of the way it's looked at. And the king for the heroes is Captain America, which is pretty cool. Now, what really threw me off, Swami, is that Magneto is a villain and he's a pawn.
I feel like they did that because they want people to be able to get, if all you're going to, because let's say you crack 2 boxes, right? A typical person might crack 1 or 2 boxes, and you're going to get chess pieces and stuff. Mm-hmm. It might give you a reason to go start finishing the set. But I heard that. I said, well, at least it'll be easy to get.
Yeah. So if my memory's correct, so the queen on the villains is going to be Enchantress, which I mean, I guess it works. Does it? I don't know. I guess it works. And then you have MODOK. You have Baron Zemo. You have who else am I thinking of that was on that? Oh, Loki was like a bishop. Oh man. But anyways, I was like, Magneto ripped most of these to shreds, like from a power standpoint.
Yeah. I don't think it's tiered by power level. Okay.
Yeah, no, it definitely isn't. I guess it's how important it is to the Avengers run is how they were tiered.
I think I was most excited about jambalayas and medallions.
Tell me about it.
I like those inserts. I mean, because they had shadow boxes, like a style of shadow box, but I think the medallions, like I have a high hopes, because he said, I'm trying to quote him. What did he say? It's like we just took a nugget of gold and smeared it across the card, and I thought that sounded pretty cool. I was like, all right, hey.
Oh man, that does sound cool. I tell you, the medallions are interesting because Spider-Man medal's going to have PMGs, right? And PMGs are PMGs, but there's a lot of PMGs. There's a lot of PMGs that exist in the ethos, so to speak. But medallions, there hasn't been a Marvel medallion. I don't know. I think he may have said the medallions are a 90s insert that they haven't reintroduced. I don't think. Maybe. I'm not a sports person, so I can't speak to that. But it seems like if people really take to that, they're only going to get it in this product. Like they don't exist somewhere else.
Yeah. Let me just add to that jambalaya. So Wolverine was actually in every set as a jambalaya for 2015. Was it 2013, 2015, 2017, 2017 and 2018 X-Men. And so Avengers will probably have Wolverine as a jambalaya.
He said Wolverine and Spider-Man were in the base.
Yeah.
I mean,
he did say it in the base, but he didn't mention any inserts though. He just said they were in the base set. So I think he said something like they're in the base set. So that might tell you something. Pretty sure there was like a.
I mean, they know how to. He mentioned. Oh, the Black Panther's awesome, but he mentioned many times. It was really interesting to hear Grant Sandground use the language that he used because he's the product development guy. He used terms like equity, building value. And so whatever they're, I'm going to use math equation of building these boxes, they're thinking about it from a value standpoint, and they're coupling that with the experience that the box opener is going to have. And so it seems like they put a lot of intention in Flair Ultra Avengers in the way that's going to work out. Those cases are not going to come, 12 boxes to a case. They're going to come 2 inners that make up a case. So you can have basically use the word case here, but you can have 6 boxes that are in the inner with another 6 boxes that are in the inner, and then together they make the case. And he was saying that I think that jambalayas and medallions are one. Is it one per inner or one per case?
It's jambalaya and sketch. That's the way I remember it. So one inner would get a jumba, and the other inner would get a sketch.
And then every other inner that would have a jambalaya would then get a medallion. Because I thought he was saying those were like flip-flopped back and forth.
I can't remember. So the way I remember it is jambalaya and sketch. Those are like the second, hardest pulls. There is something above that though. It might be the medallions.
I think it was the medallions, but I'd have to, again, he talks so fast and it was a tremendous amount of information. I'm going to go back and re-listen to it and make all of my notes.
I am going to as well, because I can't remember jack right now.
You can't remember anything?
No.
They have 12 packs per box, right?
Yeah.
He even breaks it down with every box. Okay, you in your first 2 packs, you've got this insert, and it's second 2 packs, and he goes back all the way pretty much to 7 packs, which is over 50% of your box. It's like 60%. You're getting like a cool card in each pack.
You're getting some kind of insert.
Yeah,
I mean,
reminds me of the 2017 Flair Ultra Spider-Man, because it pretty much was packed full of those inserts.
Right, but this set has fewer base. So
is it 3 base cards per pack?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the checklist.
Oh,
Like
it's 100, right?
smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I've heard people complain about beginnings being too big,
But beginnings is made for a totally different collector.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we're all Marvel card collectors, but that's a particular type of chase from a set collecting standpoint.
Yeah.
And it feels to me like it's made to be more of a volume print as well. I think the inserts and beginnings are going to be more difficult to hit overall for some of those types of comic cuts and stuff.
Well, the comic cuts, yeah.
Let's see. We got some questions here. Let's get to these. Marvelous Pack says, wouldn't make much sense to have Wolverine in the set, but I'm sure he will be in the comic cuts with Spider-Man Metal. I actually think you make the argument for why he should be in the set, because he does play a role in Spider-Man's comic book run. And I mean, you can go back into the 90s. You have the Flair Ultra set that Spider-Man's in. You have the Wolverine set that Spider-Man is in, and then it flip-flops. Wolverine is in both Spider-Man and a couple of the Spider-Man sets in the 90s, and that's been true in the 2000s. They like to put value in these boxes. I don't see how it doesn't happen. What do you guys think?
The only thing I think about is with X-Men Metal. I was like, is there going to be a Spidey, or is it just going to be a buyback? And then when we saw the checklist, it's like, oh, it's just a buyback, because we didn't know. So,
but man, what a buyback it is.
It is. It's a
Spider-Man Metal is going to be a blast.
I think so. I'm hoping that Wolverine will be in this set, because that'll actually bring in, oh wow, Upper Deck is actually thinking about this whole thing. So.
Yes, I'll have a card I can sell to get more Spider-Man cards. That's why I want it. Bryce says we're just talking about the chess set. Well, he does spend a lot of time talking about that.
Bryce and I just recorded that podcast just earlier today.
Yeah. On what?
Yeah. So we it's kind of Bryce's deal.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey man, I want to talk Marvel cards. So every other Friday for the last 3, we've recorded like a couple hour podcast. It was a pretty good one today.
Yeah.
I think that, like with the X-Men Metal set, that was the funnest product I've ever opened in my life. It was the worst quality I've ever opened in my life, but I've never experienced a box like that before.
Right.
And if Spider-Man can have a better print quality, that would probably be the funnest box, best box I would ever have opened up ever. I just was not used to opening packs and getting all those different hits. I mean, arc welds were fun. I liked all those inserts. The geodes were great.
Palladiums
Palladiums were awesome.
Still haven't seen a platinum portrait in person.
In person? Oh, they're nice. Well, so Swami, I got a question for you because you have a long history with Pokemon. I'm assuming you've opened those boxes and packs, right?
Yeah.
So each card is really so similar in Pokemon. Like even between what I guess would be considered the hit versus the non-hit. The variety of Marvel cards, is that what made it feel more fun to you? Is that what you're thinking?
I think Upper Deck hooked me with X-Men Metal. I mean, Pokemon, people were paying $250 for a box of Pokemon cards. The way Pokemon works, it's a volume game, right? You have a certain number of box hits, and you're going to have a certain number of case hits, and it's just a volume game. And you end up with, a trash can full of commons and uncommons, and then you get your, the ones that you're chasing. But Upper Deck kind of blew you away with the amount, like the way they did X-Men Metal. I just kept being surprised. It really was the funnest box I've ever opened. I think it's completely different, right? You have multiple quote unquote Charizards. You have multiple characters you want to go for: Magneto, Wolverine, Venom, Spider-Man. And it's just a lot of fun. I think what really got me into Marvel was the rarity versus Pokemon. But it's less printed and it was cheaper at the time. Not anymore, but that's all right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. In fact, I was saying earlier that I think X-Men Metal has dropped some in price from David Adams. Let's see if I can find it here.
I was going to add to to what you said, Swami, as far as if X-Men Metal hooked you with the bad quality control, just wait until one of these sets comes out. It's amazing crazy quality control, hopefully. Spider-Man Metal, keep you running.
Hey, do we know on X-Men Metal if the High Series 1/1 has been hit? Of Wolverine? Sorry, Wolverine.
I haven't seen it.
The High Series I haven't seen. It was just the Low Series 1/1 that just sold for $30,000.
Where did it sell for 30?
I don't know. I just know about it because I know some ins on that. So it was a private sale possibly. So
oh, very cool. 30,000 is a lot.
30,000 is a lot.
Well, I'm still hunting the Dark Phoenix 1/1.
I know the seller, not the buyer.
Definitely not going to pay that for it. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to get a box. Oh, I don't want to pay that, but
well, if you at 670, you could just pre-order another Spider-Man box.
I know, but I really want to hit that Dark Phoenix. I understand what I'm asking when I say that, but
what are you looking for?
Dark Phoenix 1/1. That'll finish off my master set.
Oh, okay.
We just need to work on Scandale to open that case.
You think it's sitting in Scandale's case?
Yeah.
I'm not paying what he wants for it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure he wants a fortune. Yeah.
And if it was on e-pack, we might not know because the card might be locked, correct?
Right. Yeah. I mean, the card could have already been hit. That is correct.
The few boxes that I have for Spider-Man Metal, because I didn't go anywhere with this because I wanted to make sure if there was a Wolverine or whatever in there, if there's not, I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I will get a couple boxes, and out of that one of those boxes, I will save for me and you for round 2.
Round 2? We're going to do it again?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Let people know what round 1 means.
Yeah, so round 1, me and Joshua Madness here.
Yeah.
We actually did a true box battle where like cards were, cards
Cards were lost.
and it was brutal, to be honest with you, as I recall. Joshua's boxes wasn't giving him much, especially in comparison to the packs that I was opening. And I kind of already won, and we had agreed that the 12th pack, I think on the right side, was going to be the pack that was given away to the winner. So I've already won, and I opened up my 12th pack, and it's a Deadpooled Geode, which was a short print Geode.
Oh man.
And it was gorgeous. And then I'm sitting there like loving my card, and he opens up his. No, wait. You opened up yours first. That's right. He opened up his first.
Yeah.
And it was Copper Wolverine or
Copper
number to 89 Wolverine Planet Metal. And let me tell you something. We had not seen that image yet. And that image of Wolverine it's like one of the best images in the entire set.
It's
Joshua
amazing.
here is a big time Wolverine collector, and he's over here just defeated. And I'm opening up my 12 pack now to see the Deadpool Geode, which he and I had already concluded was one of the best hits in the whole box.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Joshua, look at me. Because he's just sitting here going, oh my God, And I'm like, and I got a Deadpool Geode. So he's got to give me his Wolverine and a Deadpool Geode. But he made it right. He went out and bought a card that I wanted for Dark Phoenix, and we made a trade. He got to keep his Wolverine. So,
I was going for that Dark Phoenix until I saw you had the gold, the Planet Metal.
Yeah.
Because I pulled that bronze Dark Phoenix, and it's a beautiful card. Hey, Marvel guy. What's up going on, man?
What's up, fellas? How are you doing?
And your wall's really filling in there.
You guys talking a little Flair Ultras Avengers?
We were talking X-Men Metal at the moment, though.
Yeah, X-Men Metal.
X-Men Metal. Just
Dude,
so you mentioned in your video.
I'm starting to get excited again. It's been a while, but I paid for all of my Spider-Man metal in full in last November. Smart. It's been 9 months. I'm starting to get excited again, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh man, I can't wait. Hey, so Swami, in your X-Men Metal video, you mentioned that you were going to chase Dark Phoenix, and I was curious, did you actually do that?
I stopped once I saw you had the gold. And I hadn't seen any more gold Planet Metals. I was like, I'm out. Because I have the arc weld.
Yeah.
I have the copper, and I just thought, I'm gonna go. I did pick up some. I have the blue and the black of the high series.
Smart.
And then the base. But I haven't even seen another gold pop up of the Planet Metal.
Yeah, that one was hard for me to get. I didn't want to pay what I think I ended up paying.
You traded, right?
Did I trade?
You showed something on your e-pack.
Oh no, that was for the green.
No, that was for the 101.
Man,
dude,
you gave away a green Magneto and a
Dakin?
Well, I thought you were talking about the printing plates.
Here,
when you
I'll
pick
show
up the
you.
printing plates.
No, the plate. I overtraded for the printing plates.
What
too.
you gave up for the printing plates? I was like,
there's a
what
glare.
the-
There's a glare
I
right
know,
now, but there's
I
a
know.
pretty
It hurt
significant
me.
platinum portrait right there, Swami. It's Magneto.
You got a platinum portrait?
Yeah,
I haven't even
PSA
seen one
10,
of those in
baby.
person yet.
PSA 10s, pop 2. Yep.
Yeah,
let me
we were looking at that trade, and he was
I'm
scrolling
looking
down, and he was given quite a bit. Nothing crazy, and then he scrolled down to that green Magneto. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I definitely. I just had to have it. It had already been difficult for me to even locate one, for whatever reason. People were locking them up. I think there was some pretty big, accounts and money chasing Dark Phoenix, and it was painful. All right, so here.
I
think
watched
shared this
you
in-
kind of go through that deal in Atlanta. you
were with me.
grinding a little. It was tough.
Yeah, so this is where I traded for the plates, but what you don't see here is I traded the 4 Wolverine Planet metals. So the gold, the copper, or the platinum, the copper, and the aluminum. And I'm going to regret having traded the gold, but I just, I had to get it while I could. Let's see here.
You're a completionist, sir.
Well, yeah, I did. It was in me, and people took advantage of it.
Yeah.
They were not nice. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, that's where I bought the platinum portrait.
I'm only I don't have any Spidey pre-ordered.
None.
Every time I
You
went
don't
to
have
go
any,
pre-order,
Josh? Really?
I tried when it was cheap, even when it was in the 200s. And then again in the 300s. That one's awesome.
Yeah,
Isn't that just
the majority
amazing?
of mine, Swami, was literally last November. Man, that's how long ago it was. There was a couple boxes that popped up on DNA that I doubled up on in the 450 range, but the majority of my stuff I got all the way back in November. Yeah.
You haven't
And
sent these home
I
yet?
remember trying
Card.
that
That's sick.
Magneto.
Swami, we never talked about this, but can you believe I pulled 2 of these?
I've heard you tell
No,
that
I
story.
think I saw you pull one.
I remember
pulled-
you pulling
I
that,
pulled-
that
I
one.
pulled one physically out of the box, and then I hit
Yeah.
another one on ePack.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
This green Magneto.
Well, that makes a lot more sense. I didn't know you. I guess I forgot you had two.
When I hit it the second time, I was like, "What's going on?" Because
How was it possible?
well, because the first green Magneto got me the green Gambit PMG from 2015, which I sold for $7,000, and then I hit a second one. I was like, "Well, I've already gotten all I need to get out of a green
You're good,
Magneto. I'm just
right.
going to use it to get the Dark Phoenix."
So we're kind of twinsies on those green
PMGs. I pulled 2 of the same pyro out of
Wow.
boxes.
That's
Yeah.
not a bad looking
Pyro,
pyro,
right.
by the way.
Yeah. I've seen that.
So,
But yeah, I tried in last year. I've tried multiple times and it was sold out every time. So even when it was like it was in the 200s and then it popped up to like 299. And by the time I was done with work or I checked Facebook and saw that there were
Sold
pre-orders up, they were already sold out of that little
so
wave.
painful.
Yeah.
Man, that is painful. It's a marvelous fact says would be dope to get a McFarlane Wolverine. That would be so dope.
Yeah, it would.
That would be sick.
Really would. Be really cool.
Not as good as Andy Kubert, but
Andy
Or
Kubert does a
Adam
great
Kubert.
Wolverine. Scott Williams does.
Adam Kubert does.
Adam-
Very good.
Have you seen Scott Williams Wolverines? They're amazing. He works a
check
lot
it
with
out.
Jim Lee.
Hmm.
You've seen his Wolverines, you just didn't know it was him, I think.
probably.
Terry says, I do feel that there are a lot of Wolverine Spidey Hulk crossovers. They did that a lot in the 90s, and there really aren't a lot of memorable ones. I would like to see more Craven than Wolverine. I think we're going to get plenty of Craven, personally. I think we're going to get him in there probably no less than 3 or 4 times. Oh, you got your book.
Nice.
I did.
Swami, did you order one?
No, I've been seeing them, but I never ordered one. I like the cards though.
I didn't open the cards in the back of it yet, but it's my break mat. My break mat that I use is that Jim Lee art.
You had to have it. Dan, I think he's calling you Swami. I think Dan's calling you an influencer. I think what got me into Marvel is Swami.
My new slab stands.
Oh, those are good, dude.
Yeah,
Those are really clean. Mine are not clean.
They're really good. I'm excited about them.
The Spidey's kind of clumpy.
I'm just going to break down and buy a 3D printer, I think.
Vintage Lore says, I saw online locally that X-Men Metal box was for 700 Canada. That's 550 US.
Wow.
I probably would have picked that up
Oh
personally.
yeah, that's a good buy right there.
A4 Ranger says he's in SK Canada. I will confess I don't know where SK is, but he can't find anything. Canada's tough.
Saskatchewan? I don't know. That's good.
I don't know, but there's a lot of great collectors of Marvel cards in Canada. I mean,
There
if you're
is.
on eBay buying Marvel cards, you're going to buy one from Canada. He says he's in Edmonton. The box is in Calgary. Don't give its location away, Vintage Lord. See, he says, cool, I'll be in Edmonton Monday. Send it down. Let's see here. Oh, they can look, little Canada trade there. That's cool. So we got here. Spidey left them with no choice but to trade. No, that's not me. There's still, hey, look, there's still boxes of Spider-Man metal. Like you can pre-order today. There's a
So
PSA.
Swami,
Oh.
I'm in the same boat as you. I didn't
I have
pre-order
to check.
any
I'm gonna have
either.
to follow that auction.
Tried.
See what that Deadpool.
Tried.
goes
I'm
for.
going. It's all e-pack for me now.
I actually have a local LCS that is promised me 2 boxes, and he ordered a case. He probably will only get like a few boxes, but 2 of them are mine. So
Nice, dude. I'm jealous. Like this is one box I would like to experience cracking in person, but
you will be able to.
at 600, I need some black suit Spidey metal gem. You know what I mean? Like I want the.
Oh, you
I
know
want the
that's
inserts of
happening,
black
right?
suit Spidey.
Once
What's
I
that?
see the Venom, that first appearance of Venom, once I see that on a card, like I'm like, okay, $600, not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, what a great
I'm gonna go-
value.
Yeah.
I'm going after
I'm really
singles.
excited to see the low series versus high series stuff again. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. Singles, chasing singles, Swami. You know, that's a smart play for sure. Especially
They were
with the rake
cheap.
up.
People were like giving them away. I mean, there was a period of time where everything was being given away in Marvel
Mm-hmm.
compared to what like prices were selling for. But no, I mean, when X-Men Metal came out, compared to the box price, people were just like giving cards away. I remember the comps on my Wolverine purely periodic, the yellow one,
Mm-hmm.
it was like $50. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, no, I'll just keep it. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I can't even get close to getting another box. Like, no thanks. I'm not.
That's it. That's a great hit out of that box.
And it came, and the price did come up, but it's like, yeah, I think I'm hoping that either I can get e-pack boxes cheaper, or people kind of do the similar thing where they just kind of let a bunch of stuff go and it's more reasonable. I don't know how you can. I don't know. I think I might be able to get 5 or 6 awesome cards.
Yeah.
Maybe box hits instead of
that out of $600. Well, Black Rose Collectibles, when you catch up, just know that I really appreciate you. Thank you so much
Thank you.
That's awesome.
for contributing.
awesome.
Naj is
That
in the
is,
house too. What's up, Naj?
Uh-oh, look, the one and only Naj. How are you? I guess it's not quite her bedtime. She's doing good. She's such a trooper, jumping on at 2 a.m. to hang out in the channel.
Yeah.
I want to show this real quick. So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the green Spider-Man. Excuse me, I'm already all in on Spider-Man. The green PMGs from X-Men Metal, the recent sales, but now I can't confirm if these were paid for and all that, good stuff. You'd go to Gingy's channel for that, but $2,025.
You saw what the case of Flair to Spider-Man went for on Golden, right?
I did not.
$62,000.
Holy smokes.
Clear Ultra Spider-Man? A case.
Man, it makes it hard to open up my
27
Spider-Man.
2017 case. 62
How many
Gs,
boxes
boys.
are in a case? Or how many boxes are in this case? Is that
I
12?
think there's 12 in a case.
There's 12. There's 12 boxes in the case, so it's 12 boxes. Look at that. That's crazy because most of the big golds have been hit. Spider-Gwen, I think, is the only big one I can't think of. So, but Bishop went for $14.25. That's crazy.
I like the Storm.
I like the Storm and the Magic.
I don't know what that actually sold for though. The Magic for 1,000 seems pretty cool. I wonder what this one. I actually have Lady Deathstrike as a green PMG, but
I had
the
one
low
of those.
series.
I had a Lady Deathstrike. I don't think I had a green though. No, I had red, pink, and I had red and pink. I didn't have green.
How does random outsell? Oh wait, he's a PSA 9. Never mind. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
They're hard to grade. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting what these sales have been doing recently
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
on here.
That's cool.
Let's see. Knowledge, my friends, it's too late here, but I'm here to say hi. Well, thank you for saying hi. Hey, so Swami, do you
It's
know
too
Black
late.
Rose?
I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Where's she at?
Oh, that's cool. Are you allowed to say their name? Are they public?
Her name's Parker. So Parker, Dan, those guys I actually know back from the Pokemon community, and Black Rose and Dan, they're actually they've been dabbling in both Marvel and Star Wars.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I like those guys.
I'm it's kind of funny seeing some of those Pokemon videos.
I do
that
the
I'll
same
just pop
thing. I
in.
dabble in Marvel and Star Wars.
But they've mentioned you they've mentioned you, Swami, on those. Some of them are negative, some of them are positive.
No way.
Yeah,
Negative?
as far as like collecting and going from Pokemon to Marvel, they're like, he's going to Marvel. He's like out of his
Oh
mind.
yeah. I'm actually about to leave in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm hopping on a Pokemon podcast. It's kind of been planned in about an hour and a half, but
Nice.
I probably know who you're talking about, Madness.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
They like to pick on you?
Maybe we could talk about it later.
I've probably just been working them too hard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Jordan says, finally got a Grail Spawn card at a decent price. Had to bite the bullet. Jamie Foxx won't stop talking about it. So Jordan, you're going ahead and purchasing your Spawn cards because you have a belief that they're going to go up in value because of the movie.
So what is the Grail Spawn? I mean, I'm actually looking at a box of Spawn. It's cheap. It's like $70.
Well,
I have some Spawn cards, like the Wizard promos of Spawn.
Yeah, I think there's actually an autograph. Let's see.
Oh, it's an auto.
I just have
The
the long cards.
McFarlane auto?
Those elongated cards or something. I have a set of that.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if this is it. This is just a quick search, but
Todd
Look at
McFarlane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$2,100 kind of looks like
topper.
it.
yeah, I have no idea if that's a good price or not. Let's
Crazy.
see this. There's another one. This is one of 700. It looks like. Let me pull that up.
He says the 1992 Diamond Conference Platinum Border out of 100.
Oh wow, that does.
Was that what that last one was, or no?
She's 5 hours ahead of us. Sorry to interrupt. I just saw her message. Oh my goodness. It's late.
Yeah, it's late. That's like a movie one. Todd Otto. It's not a comic.
I think you were looking at it. It was just a different version.
Oh, was I? Let's see.
I think that's what you were looking at was.
I wonder if there's like
This says
a,
it says
parallel.
autograph platinum card. Doesn't say diamond. Oh, it says
it's
diamond
platinum.
comic at the bottom.
Platinum border. Platinum border.
Oh, okay. Let me pull it up and we'll look at the back. Let me get
It
to
actually did say Diamond Comics, so it was some sort of conference, I think. So that might be
let's see
it.
here. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. 1 second.
But
It
like
doesn't
you
look-
said,
Oh
like-
yeah. He
like
says the
you
first
said-
one you showed was it. Yeah.
How do you know it's limited to 100 or it's numbered?
Yeah, I don't see any numbering.
I love that Spawn
Is
logo.
is the stamp numbered at the top? Like that? No.
Wizard Press. I wonder if it's just known that they're that
it's
few.
probably just known, I'm sure.
What the print run was.
Pretty cool.
That is really cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like it for 2100, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Here's one for, well, that's not signed. Is it? Dang.
Non-signed and signed.
Jordan says limited to 100, not numbered.
Okay. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the MCU? Because I've been thinking of Marvel as like 3 different worlds. Like you got Marvel masterpieces, you got the MCU, which I think is going to get bigger, and then you've got like everything else, like the 90s inserts and stuff. I actually got to go, but I'm curious because he was really hype about MCU, the Upper Deck guy. He was really excited, and he thought you could tell he thought there was a lot of different ways they could go with it.
Because it's Chrome.
Yeah.
Because it's like Topps Chrome. It's
Hey,
supposed to be like that.
Swami, did you listen to the very end when he gave the little nugget? He said 2 clues. He said, think if vibranium had original art is one of the sets that we're going to see.
Yes.
Josh's head almost
See, and
exploded when you
I
said
did not
that.
even say it. Spidey mentioned vibranium, not me.
I'm only mentioning because Grant, he was like, because literally, I think the
do
way he
remember
said
him
it,
saying that.
he said, like, imagine if vibranium was done right and it had original art. So
Yeah, every time
shiny original
vibranium
art.
comes out of my mouth, I'm pumping it. So, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I love all the high tech cards.
Mhm.
Like in Marvel Masterpieces, kaleidoscopes are my favorite.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, I like those
or
a
even
lot
the
too,
speckle
so
or the
they
hollow
are
foil. I like
awesome.
the shiny, I don't know.
Mhm.
But I gotta go.
Acetate's my
Hey,
friend.
thank you for jumping on, Swami. It's always
Thanks,
a pleasure.
Have a good one, guys.
Later, buddy.
You bet.
See you, Swan.
I probably got to go too.
I'm a
Spidey.
sucker for the gold foil, that gold foil Spidey that you picked up there, that I may or may not have had ownership of at some point in time.
You did. You absolutely did, because I got it from the card boss. And the card boss messaged me. He was like, I got that from Kent while he was on live stream in Atlanta. I'm like, you mean I could have just reached over and grabbed it and I had to do all get it to you?
100%. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I know, it's funny.
All right.
Yep.
It's one of the
Again,
very few cards
thanks,
that when I
Spidey.
sell it,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
like, man, I
Yeah,
regret
thank you for jumping
doing
on,
that.
my brother.
Yeah. Hey, just
Later,
real
bro.
quick. Just real quick, and I know shameless plug. I
Yeah,
got
go
a
ahead,
video
bud.
dropping. It's a Grail card coming this weekend.
Excited to see it.
Yeah. Come see. It's gonna be epic. So
Awesome.
okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you
Thanks
guys
for
later.
jumping on.
Have a
All
good
right,
one.
take care.
Bye.
Later, bro. See you, man.
So stacking in, it's in development, but okay, so he's answering the question about Spawn. You know, Todd's been talking about this movie for a long time. He's been pointing at Jamie Foxx as already agreeing to play the role.
Will Jamie Foxx play another Marvel character when he's already been a Marvel character?
Well, Spawn is not Marvel, so
Oh,
it's
well,
not
no, my bad. Right. Okay.
it's-
You're talking
it's
Spawn.
Image.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Right. Image.
Yeah, they're constantly talking about it. I mean, I would enjoy seeing a new Spawn movie. I know they want it to be rather rated R, so I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy
Yeah.
that aspect of
It's
it.
pretty graphic. Yeah.
But I'd like to see the technology that we have today to make a Spawn movie would be pretty great.
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean,
great.
obviously the original. I mean, I've seen it a number of times, and
Mhm.
the effects are what they are. But yeah, with today's technology, it'd be amazing to see what they could do, for sure.
So going back to what Grant Sandground from Upper Deck said about giving us these clues about a kind of a chrome set that's going to have original art. There's some thought that they may be doing something to honor 1992 Marvel Masterpieces as a type of reprint set with some new original art in it. And
I think we've had a couple hints from other people that we know, maybe as to that, maybe, right?
yeah, well, I mean, I just don't know if it's that, like in the sense of that what he was referring to in that particular set. And so
Got it.
Joe just posted something on his Facebook page. Let me see if I can pull it up. He said FPG Publishing is producing a 30th anniversary book dedicated to 1992 Marvel Masterpiece trading cards, much like you have with the Jim Lee book. Unfortunately, Marvel only has a limited number of files of the paintings in their original uncropped form, just the cropped versions from their 4 issues of comic collection. If anyone has any of the original paintings, he asked if they would share them. And so they're working on putting together a book. And so I'm curious, like, are they going to slide some new cards in the back of it like they did the Jim Lee? Because that's really helped sales
really
a lot for that book. If those cards are not in that book, I think the sales are greatly
Dude,
reduced.
I've literally, all I've done is open the front cover. I didn't even want to touch it. To be honest, it's like sitting here like I haven't even touched it.
So one of my copies was the dust cover was very damaged.
Yeah, mine's lipped up on the bottom on the front. But yeah, that's about it.
Yep. Well, man, I'm glad you jumped on. I'm actually getting messages about supper, so I am going to go eat. I did want to stop in and do a little bit of a live Marvel card news because there wasn't anything super significant to share. Just to recap real quick what was shared in terms of the Marvel card news. We're not speculating on the August 24th date. That date has been confirmed. I can tell you that the actual Marvel cards have shown up at ComC. That means we're likely 3 months away from EPAC, so you can start preparing for EPAC if you're going to be going into that for Marvel cards. Grant Scanground on the podcast for Ian Taylor did say that Flair Ultra Avengers would be a late summer release. They also said that Spider-Man Metal would be a midsummer release. So it feels like both of those were pushed about 30 days. So that means we could possibly get Flair Ultra Avengers by the end of September. And a buddy of mine in Australia got a shipping notice for what he believes was his Flair Ultra Avengers box. I don't know if that was a mistake, but the supplier said, "Hey, it's moved to another stage of delivery." So I just have some
I feel
sense
like
that
we're going to go from famine to feast in a real quick matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and on top of that, Marvel Beginnings and Marvel Allure are still at play out there.
Allure too, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think Allure is closer than we might realize, but Beginnings is the unknown for me. We don't even have a sell sheet. We've had a sell sheet, to put it in perspective, we've had a sell sheet for Spider-Man Metal since May of last year, May of 2021. And now here we are practically September of 2022 before we get the product. And I don't know if I'm just not sure why they're deliberately holding that back yet, even though they've already allowed pre-orders.
If it's a situation where the materials come in all at once and they can print, then it is what it is. If they've got the art done, they just need to print.
Well, what I mean by that is Spider-Man Metal, we had the sales sheet in May. We didn't get to do a pre-order until September. And with Marvel Beginnings, we've been doing pre-orders since I think dang near February. And we still don't have a sell sheet now in August. So that's just really interesting to me. I'm very excited to see that sell sheet, to see what those cards are going to look like.
Man, I can't wait till the daggone checklist though for Spidey Metal. That's going to be like a banner day.
I think we're going to get that Monday, Tuesday of the week of the release. I don't think we're going to get it before then.
You're right.
I wanted to hold.
I wish they'd give us more time, man. I wish they'd give us more time than that.
Exactly.
Christmas.
Well, there was a couple of how would I say it? There was a couple of pieces of news that I held out for today that just didn't happen, and so that's why I decided to go live and do this tonight rather than do an edited video, because it just wasn't enough to share that was significant.
Gotcha.
Neither one of those happened. One of those was trying to find out more about the checklist. And that did not happen. Daniel M says, how high do you think physical boxes will get on the secondary market? Over $1,000? Well,
after EPAC goes out.
So speak more to that.
So the physical boxes are, I think they're what 30% maybe of the whole print run. The rest of them are on EPAC. So once EPAC goes up and then EPAC sells out, the only way that you can get any physical cards, especially the low series, because low series aren't going to be printed just like the X-Men Metal, is going to be with physical boxes. And then if there's one of ones, if there's different things that people are looking for and they're in sealed cases, that will appreciate the value. So just to give you an example, when we went to Atlanta, I had bought 2 different boxes of, I think it was Marvel Masterpieces 2020, right? I had bought a couple boxes before and opened them on the channel. And when I left here on Wednesday, they were $350 a box. They sold out. And then when we got to Atlanta, there was a guy selling a box for $600 on the floor, and it sold. So once the digital stuff sells out and it's hard to find product.
Right.
Yes, it will go up. Whether it's $1,000 or not, I can't tell you that.
Well, here's something to think about that we didn't have really in place in the marketplace that we have now, and that's Whatnot. Whatnot is a platform where people are buying, instantly through, quick auctions with a gambling-esque feel to it. You have buyers in there who are not insanely knowledgeable, who are, making purchases that they probably wouldn't otherwise make, and it has created an opportunity for sellers to make, money.
Yep.
And to do that, they have to have sealed product, and they've been basically making money selling product on whatnot with older boxes or previous releases, right?
Right.
Well,
Right.
what's interesting is now they're going to have new releases of Spider-Man Metal, which I think more people are going to be interested in, even more than the older boxes. Therefore, being able to maybe even get even a higher sales price per pack, per card, per box, whatever. And that's likely to have an impact on what these boxes are going to go for, especially as Upper Deck continues to reduce the amount of physical product and increase the amount of e-pack product. And
Correct.
so now we're still going to have access to cards because we're going to have retail, but retail's not going to have these inserts in it.
No. Right.
And so I think these boxes, man, and I want to open every box I get. I do.
I am too.
But
I am too. This thing is gonna be so full of boxes right here.
it's just ABR, baby.
ABR all day.
Well, when you see
I
a
don't
case
got as
sell
much
for
as you, but I got a good amount
$60,000,
coming.
$60,000,
Say it again.
When you see a case,
the 2017 Flair Spider-Man. Yeah, golden, 62
yeah,
grand.
I mean that's incredible. So I think it will get over 1,000? The ingredients appear to be there. No, I don't know if it will. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Marvel Madness says he thinks it'll be the day before the release. Let's see.
What for the checklist? I think it's in the checklist.
No. So Joshua ComC is the one who said that they're getting 75% of the Spider-Man Metal product. Not me. Not Upper Deck. Upper Deck won't say a word. They have said that more is going to EPAC.
Right.
See. Didn't someone hunt that the quality of the new Spider-Man Metal cards be similar to 95 Metal? No, that's something I would like to see. Now, what we do know is that the not quality, but how would you say it? The way the cards are made is going to be similar to, from a PMG standpoint, from the original 1997 Metal and Sports, which got its basis from the 95 Metal. And so, yeah, maybe it does. That card stock.
It went back to the original manufacturers, no?
Well, they went back to the original manufacturing engineering of the card, is how I understand it. So the
of the process,
like the way the colors are made, the foiling's made, that part. I it's not running off the same printers. They're not the same card stock.
Right.
That card stock for 95 Metal is special to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's talking about the quality of car stock. If that happens, wow, that would be incredible, because you would get a lot of tens.
Do you think? What do you think? What do you think the point is going to be on Spidey Metal? I mean, you think it's going to be like 75 point, 50, something like that?
35 point.
You think 35? Really?
Just like X-Men Metal. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's going to be a thin card, just like this.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You can print more that way, for sure.
Well, it wasn't originally designed to be a premium set, but the market has made it a premium set, and so that's why Upper Deck said, "Well, let's go back to the drawing board here, and let's increase what we're doing in terms of quality."
Right.
Well, my friend, I am going to go eat, if that's okay.
Yeah, buddy. It's all
Thank
good.
you for jumping on. I'm glad that I'm sorry the first link didn't work.
No, it's all good. Anytime. I'm always here for you.
Yeah, we'll jump on again. This Saturday is when we're going to do the actual Saturday morning Marvel cards. Open up the 1996 box of Marvel Masterpieces with my friend Michael Salter. So keep an eye on the channel for that. And yeah, we'll see you around. As soon as I get some news, I'll be sure to share it with everybody.
Later, buddy. See y'all.
All right, Kent. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching the Marvel Card News. And as always, I hope you have a marvelous day.